What are your thoughts on Kaepernick? Because obviously we who know why he's kneeling recognize how it's a typical passive aggressive move where you move more so towards, oh, he's disrespecting the flag, or I had family that was in the army, he's disrespecting them.
Changing the narrative.
Right, exactly.
They changed the narrative.
Right.
Instantly.
Okay.
But Kaepernick himself, because I feel like the brother who is a millennial has become awoke when he took the stance that he did.
Oh,
but
actually, I support him.
The thing that I was afraid of, because
he's going down in history.
He will. He wasn't quite as articulate as you are. Mm-hmm. So he was filled with knowledge, but if you're saying things and you're doing things that contradict him, like wearing the pig socks and stuff like that, you already know that the dominant society is going to look at you and just try to find anything. That's why Obama was deemed who he was, because anytime they tried to trip him up with Reverend Wright or whatever, he just kind of smoothly.
But Obama didn't have any principles that benefited black people, though. He was a wimp. Obama was a political coward. He fought for everybody but his own people. Okay. I'll never respect him. Never respect him. During the Baltimore Rebellion, he got on national television and called out children thugs and told them to go home. And then during these police killings, he had the nerve to sign the Blue Act, which basically intensified consequences for people who resisted police brutality, but didn't create a single law to protect our children. Barack Obama could have done one thing, and he didn't even do that. And it wouldn't have mattered, but at least it would have been a symbolic gesture. He could have ordered the United States Department of Justice to undergo a systematic national investigation into the systematic killing of defenseless, unarmed black people by police. He wouldn't even do that. He wouldn't even do that. And white folks, Obama was such a success in putting us back, it might give you another black president next term. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't want to see another black president. Hell, if they run another nigger, I'm going to vote for the crack.
I ask you this. Do you think Trump, with all the rhetoric and the shit show, do you think he kind of was a blessing in disguise because he kind of forced certain hidden, white supremacists to basically come out their skin and just be who they naturally are?
So be blunt now?
To come to the forefront.
If we were not a traumatized people, I would say the election of Donald Trump was a benefit, because to normal people, when you see someone who's clearly not for you, you will rally the troops and start fighting back against the oppression. But black people are so in love with white people. We are in love with white folks. There is nothing Donald Trump could do that would make you get serious about your survival. Black folks are in love with white people, and we don't want to admit it. We love them.
Yeah, they live for the antics.
We live to be approved of by them.
But I also think that black people, we like that soap opera. That's what I thought. We like that soap opera. If it ain't foolish shit, life ain't great. You know what I'm saying? Life ain't normal.
Well, we love to see black people in pain and suffering.
You know what I mean?
Our whole culture is based on conflict. If you look at all the top shows that black people watch on television, they have one thing in common: conflict. All the reality shows are based on what? Conflict. If black people ain't at each other's neck, we don't want nothing to do with it. Think about it. If you're a rapper and you ain't beefing with another rapper, that album ain't selling.
No views.
Biggie and Pac, as great as they was, but what drove their sales, they were in conflict with each other. Our culture is totally conflict-based because we're not interested in showing any love to each other. We only want conflict. See, the white man's genius was that he put his consciousness within us. We are him. And part of the reason why we cannot win this war is because we are the very same devil we're trying to fight.
We got a European mind state.
The white man could leave America today, say, listen, Negroes, y'all crying about racism? Okay, we're leaving. We're going back to Europe. You can keep America. We love white folks so much that if he left tomorrow, we would go get him and bring his ass back. Black people love white folks. See, there's a difference between fighting racism and fighting how racism treats you. Black people don't have a problem with racism. We have a problem with how it treats us. We don't have a problem with racism. We just need racism to give us a better position under it. Most of our black leaders, let's take Jesse and Al, they thought they were fighting white racism. They were not. They were only fighting the position that racism gave them. Once racism upgraded Jesse and Al, they stopped fighting it and began to work alongside.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the black conscious community. You could quote me. 95% of these YouTube Negroes you're looking at,
Yeah, no, absolutely.
if the white man came to them today with a good enough offer, they would disappear.
Yeah,
They not sincere.
And a few of them have.
They not sincere.
There's a couple of them that was supposed to be prominent has slid off.
Because listen, whenever I meet black folks, I want to find out what brought you to consciousness. Because what I found with a lot of them, especially the educated ones, they were at the white man's table at one time. They were with the black bourgeoisie, the coon Illuminati, the Negro aristocracy, and guess what? They got disinvited. They were told to get up and get the hell out. And now because they mad that they can no longer sit at the table, now they want to become pro-black. That's dangerous. Because if you only left because they kicked you out, if they invite you back, you'll flip back on us. I came to black consciousness because it's all I ever wanted to do. I could be a millionaire right now. You know how much money you can make misdiagnosing black kids?
Yeah.
I can kick back in Philly and ADHD everybody. I'd be filthy rich, but it ain't in my soul to do that. I've already made up my mind that in this generation, I got to be the Nat Turner. Not so much from a physical war, but from an intellectual war. I got to be that. Whatever it costs me, I got to be that. Because most of my colleagues are not going to do that. And even in the conscious community, they are not as unapologetically as I am. Most of them got a point, they won't go beyond. Yeah. They'll talk that talk, but they won't talk about homosexuality. No. They'll talk that talk, but they won't talk about the European Jewish control. Far, They'll talk that talk, but they won't go as hard on police. You understand? They got a limit. I ain't got no limit. I'm going to call it what I need to call it and let the chips fall where they may, because too many people came before us who paid the ultimate cost. Who the hell am I to sell out their struggle like that? Look what Harriet did. Frederick, Ida B. Wells. They went from city to city trying to kill that sister. Dr. King got his brains blown out. And y'all got to read that new book. Well, it ain't so new. It came out in December. What is it? The Plot to Kill King.